You might think you know Sally Field, the sweet actress from Forrest Gump and Mrs. Doubtfire, right? But what if I told you that this Hollywood star once did something so unexpected on camera that people could not stop talking about it? It was not a scandal, and it was not an accident. It was something brave, honest, and totally real. Stay with me, because by the end of this story, you will see Sally Field in a way you have never seen her before. Sally was not born into fame. She grew up in California, and her mother was also an actress. From a young age, Sally wanted to perform. She got her first big role in a television show called Gidget in the 1960s. She was funny, bright, and full of energy. Everyone loved her. But back then, Hollywood did not take her seriously. She was labeled as the cute girl and often told she could not play serious roles. That hurt, but Sally did not give up. She trained harder, studied acting deeply, and pushed herself to prove everyone wrong. Her hard work finally paid off when she starred in a movie called Norma Rae. In that film, she played a factory worker who stands up for what is right. It was not a fancy role. She had no fancy clothes, no fancy makeup, and yet she completely owned the screen. Critics were amazed. She won her first Oscar for that role, and people finally saw her as a strong, serious actress. From that point, Sally Field was unstoppable. She became the heart of Hollywood. Now, here comes the part you have been waiting for, the moment that made everyone gasp. Sally Field once agreed to film a very emotional scene that most actors would have turned down. It was not because it was risky or strange. It was because it showed her completely open, without pretending to be someone else. In a movie scene, she removed all the barriers, the makeup, the filters, the Hollywood shine, and showed her true self. No hiding, no pretending. Just real, raw emotion. People were stunned. Not because of what she looked like, but because of how real she was. You could see every emotion on her face, fear, pain, love, and strength all at once. That moment was not about trying to shock the audience. It was about honesty. Sally wanted to show that beauty and power come from being real, not perfect. When that scene aired, some people were surprised, some even uncomfortable, but most were deeply moved. Fans said they had never seen such truth in a performance before. One movie critic wrote, "Sally Field did not just act. She became the truth of that moment. That is when the world realized something." Sally Field was not just another movie star. She was fearless. Many years have passed, but people still talk about that moment. Why? Because it reminds us that being real is powerful. In a world full of filters, edits, and fake smiles, Sally Field showed that being yourself is the most shocking and beautiful thing you can do. She was not trying to impress anyone. She was trying to be honest. And that honesty hit people harder than any action scene or special effect ever could. It made fans love her even more because they saw a side of her that was completely human. Sally once said in an interview that she never wanted to be the perfect star. She just wanted to tell stories that matter. She said, "If you can make someone feel something true, then you have done your job." That is what makes her different. She does not chase fame. She chases truth. Even now in her 70s, she keeps working, choosing roles that show her wisdom, humor, and strength. She is living proof that real beauty does not fade. It grows stronger with time. So, what can we take away from Sally Field's story? You do not need to be perfect to stand out. You do not need to hide your flaws to be loved. What really connects people is honesty, and Sally Field proved that on camera. Her moment of truth was not about fame or shock. It was about showing the world that being real is the bravest thing you can do. So, after hearing all that, do you still see Sally Field the same way? Her shocking moment was not about showing skin. It was about showing heart. And that is what made the world stop and watch. If this story made you see her in a new light, hit that like button, share the story with a friend, and comment your favorite Sally Field movie below. And remember, the next time someone tells you to be perfect, think of Sally Field, because sometimes being your real self is the most surprising thing you can ever do. Thanks for watching, and do not forget, honesty never goes out of style.